there, welcome to GeoGuessr. Let's play some daily word games. I figured since these aren't shorts, they don't need to be vertical, and I would try to use more of my screen real estate for you. So we're trying out this new layout. Let me know if you like it, if you like seeing my face bigger. If you'd like to see my face smaller, I won't be offended. So that's all I have to say about that. It is May 5th, 2022. It is Thursday, and this is Quordle. Yesterday's words were awake, voila, silly, and phone. So I'm thinking phone and voila is not a terrible combination of letters at all. So we're going to do that. I'm allowed to exercise a little bit of editorial judgment. It does repeat the L. It repeats the O, but in a different spot. So I think that's fine. Ooh, that's great, in fact. That is great. So where do we start? I like the look of this upper left word here. It's not ing, so probably oni something. Like that? Like tonic? That's not a bad guess, actually. There are a lot of possibilities. Let's see what I'd like to know about some of these other words. Well, I'd like some consonants down here. And probably some more letters here, too. Gosh. This could be AIN, so I wonder if it's worth doing something like TRAIN, which happens to have been yesterday's Wordle answer. That I think sounds pretty good, actually. I'm going to do that. Let's see what happens. That was good. Okay, so it's not tonic, but I do have the O and the N. I mean, the O and the I. Wow, I don't even know my letters today. The O and the I in the right place. Well, in that case, my guess would be the N is in the middle, because I don't know what it would be if it was first. So ONIC is probably right, but if it's not tonic, I guess it doesn't have to be ONIC. Well, it's not AIN on the bottom. It is IN, though. So maybe A is second. Something like, I'm having trouble today. All right, RO. I wonder if there's a U. So there's no T in any of these words. So C or G or F before the R or D. Crowd? Crowd. That looks pretty good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 guesses and 4 words. So I think it's safe to try crowd because I think it's a really good guess. Oh, wow. Well, I did get... Oh, there is a C here, so it probably is ONIC. Then what's the first letter? Oh, Sonic. Sonic. Yay. Oh, and there's an S in this one, too. SHA. That's got to be shack, right? Okay, we are on the move now. So, cabin? Wow, suddenly they're just filling themselves in. And B is probably first. Broom? Nice. Wow, you just got to get the right word, the right guess in there, and suddenly it all falls into place. Okay, I'm very pleased with that. 8 isn't bad. I like getting it in 7. It's pretty hard to get it in fewer than 7 when you start with 2 random words like that, but I'm pretty pleased. So, let's move on, shall we? Okay, I'm liking this layout so far. Got a lot more room on the screen for, like, everything. All right, so this is Crosswordle, and we are going to reconstruct someone's Wordle solve in super hard mode. Oh, that's not T. What am I doing? So what I'm doing, I do explain this every time, but it's worth explaining. We're kind of working backward and reconstructing the solve that led to spent. Now, honestly, what you come up with is fairly unrealistic as far as what somebody might have done, but that's not the point. Any place where you have a green, you have to use the correct letter there. Any place you have a yellow, you have to use one of the letters from the line below it. That is also correct. So like this one here has to be a P or an E, because it can't be a T because it would be green. It can't be an S or an N because those are placed, but these had to be the S and N. So probably an E. I don't think P is likely to follow N. And then anything that is gray, you cannot use again in a lower level or upper level, depending on which direction you're going. So now this can't be an E. It has to be an N or an S because we have to have used it again. And this one can be an N or an E. So let's put a word in here. How about shine? You gotta be careful because you can't reuse any of the gray letters. And so if you stick all your vowels in there or something, you got nothing to work with as you make your way up. So I like the idea of starting with N and ending with S. Although if I don't use the E, then I can't use an E here, and an E third looks pretty tempting. I'm gonna see if I can make a word like this first. Ethos. Oh, I can't use T or H. Oops. Ethos was good. I might switch it up and I can't use the T. Never mind. That's unfortunate. I was gonna say I could switch the H out in the next line, but since I can't use the T anyway, it doesn't matter. It would be nice not to use any more vowels so that I have some to use up above if I need them, and not to use too many of the common letters. But yours. Oh, I can't put an E there. Oh, I can't put an E there. So it doesn't matter. I may as well make this an N then. Okay. Oops, I don't need that R. Alright, well, it's probably easier to make a word this way anyway. Nums. That's good. And then this is S or N. Thinking N is probably easier. Can end in OR. Manner? Oh, I can't use M there. I can do donor or something. There you go. That wasn't too hard. Spent more time talking than I did solving, I think. Alright, that went pretty well. I'm pleased with that. Next is Wordle Peaks, and we'll start with, what was the answer here? The answer to the Crosswordle, it was spent. Okay, we'll start with spent. Now the idea, oh, that's pretty good. The idea here is you're not worried about the letters moving around, you're worried about the letters in each column. So I don't care what these letters are, I only care about this S, and that the letter in the first spot is somewhere closer to A than S is. Now it happens to end in T, so I got that right. And every guess does have to be a valid word. But, like, you can use double letters without worrying about wasting a guess because you're not collecting letters for a word. You're looking at each individual column. So it's a little bit of a different strategy. I thought I'd make that clear because sometimes I forget. So reminding myself too. So usually trying to kind of split the difference is good, but you also kind of want it to make sense. So this word ends in T, and the only vowel available, if the vowel's in the middle, would have to be an A. Could be like AST. Actually, that's probably something to try. Usually I wouldn't recommend using A right away, but this is a good way to check right away if there's a vowel in the middle. If there isn't, then we have to try a different approach. So I'm thinking something like, so this can't be an R, so L probably. Last. Okay. Not too surprising that it's above B, but it was worth a try. Okay, so this is not A or E. That means it is not a vowel, and in fact it's limited to B, C, or D. That is very useful to know. This one is limited to OPQR. Probably not a Q, but ending in RT is quite reasonable, so I'm going to go ahead with that. But if it does, actually it's not, because what would go here? I can't put a vowel here, so this cannot be R. This must be an O. I have to have a vowel. So then this one, well, let's see. This one's pretty open. This one's pretty limited as well. Robot? I'm seeing robot. Yeah. Once you get the OT at the end, it's so limited. That was good. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. I've been hovering between 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes for most of my solves. I was talking a bit more about this one, so it took a bit longer, but it doesn't start timing until you enter a first word, so as far as I can tell. All right, here is Xordle, and we're starting with adieu today. That amuses me because that's a lot of people's favorite starting word for Wordle, because you get 4 vowels right off the bat. I don't like it because I don't particularly care about getting all 4 vowels. I want to know what consonants there are. Like, I don't know about R, S, T, or L, or N, which are the 5 most common consonants in the English language. Well, American English. I don't know about other Englishes. So let's find out about some of those, shall we? And actually, my favorite starting word is stare, and that might help us place the A and the E while I'm at it. Ooh, that was a good guess. Okay. I like seeing those letters light up. Why do I feel like doing phony? Why not? Ooh, apparently that was a good one. It was a very good one. Okay. Now, it does not start with SH. There's no T. So what is it? It can end in E. O-N-E. No, it can't end in E. What goes after the N? Maybe a K? I think it has to be a K. What else could it be? Wow, that's weird. Why am I... Oh, no, it doesn't start with A. I was going to say maybe array for one of the words, but it doesn't start with A. So what did I wanted to try O and K. So, like, clonk? Probably not. No. O-N-K? Could end in O. O-N-O. Maybe. Or A. Oh, it could end in A. What would that be? I think I just need more letters. I'm not seeing it. I'm not making sense of it. So how about bulks? It's going to test the S at the end. It's going to see if there's a K. It's going to try another spot for the A. I like it. Ah, good. It does end in S. One of them ends in S. Why do I... Oh, it doesn't have to end in O-N. O and N don't have to be in the same word. In fact, they probably aren't. I bet it ends in O-S-S. Like cross. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So I actually have all 5 letters for the other word. It looks like it's hyena. Nice. Oh, a cross hyena. I wouldn't want to run into one of those. Hyenas attack lions sometimes. All right. Good. That made me happy figuring that out. I mean, obviously that's why we play these games, because it makes us happy to solve them. But sometimes there's just such a satisfying solve that you work it out and it, I don't know. Sometimes you feel like it was just luck or, you know, happened to be a word that popped into your head or, you know, some confluence of events that made it just sort of happen. And other times it's like you really sat there and worked it out. And I find that so much more satisfying because anyone can just guess a word and get lucky. But like, you know, taking the information at hand and working with it and making something of it, that's why I enjoy solving puzzles. So that's why that was so satisfying. All right, we are starting with Kixenj today. I don't know why I find it so funny to try to pronounce it every time, but I do. So, peace. Why not? Okay, got a yellow P out of that. That wasn't very good. Oh, wait, can it be a T? Yeah. What about story? No. Okay, so that has to be an O. That's interesting. That was my goal, was to limit it to one letter, and I did it. Okay. Oasis? There aren't that many words that start with O that seem to fit. Nice. Oasis. Okay. Did I play all the games? I played a lot of games. I think that's enough for now. 5 games for 5-5? Yeah, that makes sense. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday, May 5th. If you are ahead of me in the time zones, it might already be Friday the 6th, which is probably even better. So, make it a great day, a great night, a great weekend, a great May, and I will see you tomorrow. Also, apparently I say hey there a lot, and I'm getting quoted now, and I love it. So, hey there. Goodbye.